Yeah, I think even for your own mind to do a small bit is no harm. So like our players will do a bit of running. They'll have a few pucks when they if they get a chance. They're being given them a few things to do on their own and get out. So they're very aware of their spatial how much space they're allowed between people and stuff like that. And like we've just told them that they have to be really smart in themselves, even in their general day-to-day stuff on what to do. Because it isn't even about them. There's more people affected by this, so you have to think of that in every single thing you're doing, that it affects the wider community and people that you're in touch with. So not alone doing a bit of training, but anything you do outside, you have to be very aware of it. Like people are very worried, like people that have to leave work and they're not sure where the next check is going to come and stuff like that. That is worrying times, but I think the first thing is we have to make sure that everybody's healthy. I think that's very important, and also you have to think as well is there probably is elderly people out there that what could do with a call and could do to make sure that everything's okay, to make sure that they've messages in and stuff like that. Um, I just think it's important we realize what's going on around us as well as like obviously a lot of us will take a space and try and stay at home and do X, Y, and Z. But I think it's also important to just maybe think of people who can't really take care of themselves or who wouldn't be as mobile as certain people. We have to just be aware of all that stuff as well. And I think that's important and just important to be very sensible now. I'm glad maybe after the weekend we realised that gatherings in pubs or whatever isn't on. And listen, this could take a small bit of time, and we just have to be prepared the best we can for that, and just be as smart as we can between doing all the things the HSE have asked us to do. I think it's very important to do what they've asked us to do. Listen, I have to be totally honest. I'm actually not thinking about games or what could have been or what will be. Um, listen, that will return to normal, please God, if we get this side of things right. And I think the more vigilant we are now, and like I see this as a big challenge to us all to be the best we can be here. Games and all that stuff will come in the future, please God, but we've got to try and make sure that as many people as we can are safe and are healthy. And I think that's a big thing for us now. So to be totally honest with you, Shane, like what comes down the line will come down the line. I just want to make sure that everybody just does the best that they can do now. And you know what? In a number of weeks or whatever the story is, and we can get over this um, without as many people being in trouble. That's the most important thing in my head right now. Well, I think, yeah, certain things maybe like that. Certain things like people being out in pubs and having a great time. I think the penny dropped of how serious it is. And like the next 2 or 3 weeks is obviously going to be vital because things will ramp up a lot and probably a lot more people will get it. So we just need to be a small bit smarter, and it isn't going to be easy. Probably staying home and staying out of people's um, environment. I think that's going to be harder. But listen, you can pick up the phone and talk to people. You can video talk to people. You can Skype. You can do whatever. There's a lot of ways you can keep in touch, and I think that's important too that you do. I actually think it's important to fill your day as much as you possibly can. What I mean by that is just have a little plan of doing X, Y, and Z throughout your day if you can. Walk, exercise, maybe getting time to read a book, then another time to movie and stuff like that. That you're just not bored out of your tree all day. Just plan a bit of time and use the time. So it's a different time, so it is for us all. But I just think it's important to keep that mind active if you can. I'd watch a lot of telly, so I would, and believe it or not, I'd watch movies there, so I would a lot of the time. I'm watching back a load of different GA games, believe it or not. So I am. It just gives me a bit of time, but I'm not spending all my day doing that. Like there will be part of my day where you will get up, go for a walk, will do certain amount of exercise, then I will look at the games or whatever. So it will. Then I'll take time where I'm just ringing people for a while. So I'm trying to break up my day in different segments just to keep it busy and stuff like that. And doing a few bits of food prep around the house, which she's finding very funny, I think. Because I would never have done as much as I should have probably. So I just think it's important that you do actually break up your day with different bits and pieces. I think that's vital. No, I'm watching everything. Like it's given me a chance to watch different. I'd watch other teams that have played games. You're always looking for different bits and pieces. So I suppose this is just giving me a bit of time to sit down and do stuff like that. As you said, to watch the telly a bit. I'm trying not to, like, I will spend a small bit of time tuning into what's happening day by day outside, but I'm not letting it dictate my day. Because, like, if you really wanted to, you'd read so many different bits and pieces and about the virus. And I think it is important maybe to just keep in connection, but I won't spend my whole day looking at it. Yeah, Shane, listen, take care, and to everyone out there, the same thing. Just mind yourselves and do the things right, and please God, we'll all be back soon together. All right.